Hello, everyone. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is a special episode. This special episode, we're going to be talking about a theropod dinosaur, and this theropod dinosaur is Stenonychosaurus. And so, this is an artist rendition of what Stenonychosaurus possibly looked like. And so, yeah, as you can see here, it's actually a pretty cool dinosaur in my opinion. But let's actually continue. Some information about Stenonychosaurus. The name Stenonychosaurus means narrow claw lizard or reptile in Greek or Latin. Length is 8.2 feet or 2.5 meters. Height is 2.5 feet or 0.76 meters. Weight is 77 pounds. It lived 76 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period. And then of course, the fossils are mostly found in Alberta, Canada, and it was described by Sternberg in 1932. And so this dinosaur does have some name changes throughout the years, but we kind of know what the name changes have been. And this name change is basically due to Troodon. And so right now, Troodon is considered to be an invalid species right now, and so because the first Troodon fossil was just a tooth, and so that's not enough to actually determine a new species just because of one tooth. And so most paleontologists right now that actually have studied some of the troodontids, they actually have looked at other specimens that have been found in North America that were around the same age as that tooth, and they believe that that tooth belongs to Stenonychosaurus, and so Stenonychosaurus is considered to be the valid species, whereas Troodon right now is considered to be an invalid species. But there are some paleontologists that still think that Troodon is still a valid species, but it's still a controversy right now. But Stenonychosaurus stands right now as the valid species of uh, of the Troodontids. But let's actually continue. And so, like I said, the fossils are mostly been found in Alberta, Canada. So here is the map of Canada, and highlighted in the border highlighted in red. That is the uh, province of Alberta, Canada, and so that's where most of the Stenonychosaurus fossils have been found. Now there has been some uh, possibilities that there's been some Stenonychosaurus fossils been found in Montana, but that is still to be determined. And here is the size differential of Stenonychosaurus compared to a human being. And so, as you can see here, this is actually almost half the size of a human. So, like say, 6 foot tall man, this is almost half the size. I do love the colors of the feathers on this one because it's almost looks like a blue jay in a way. But yeah, and here's a skeletal uh, reconstruction drawing of Stenonychosaurus. So what we know of Stenonychosaurus fossils is basically some of the limb bones, a lower jaw, some vertebrae, and a little bit of tail vertebrae. So that's what we mostly know of Stenonychosaurus, but there has been other fossils to actually showcase it, like what the neck possibly looked like, the skull, and even like the rib cage and the arms. And so, yeah, we'll actually continue to talk about more information about Stenonychosaurus. So Stenonychosaurus is a troodontidae, so it is part of the troodontids, and so it has some characteristics of like other troodontids, like large eyes. Uh, so it has very big eyes, so it has very good vision. There is possibility it did have night vision, so it probably was a nocturnal animal. Possibly, it's a possibility that it was a nocturnal animal, or otherwise it just hunted mainly at like dusk and dawn. Those were more likely the cases there. And also, it has a very large brain for its body size. Like most troodontids, they have a big brain compared to their body size. So these were very intelligent dinosaurs. And of course, troodontids had a large claw on the second toe, and it was pointed up to actually keep it off the ground when running and walking. But the thing is with this claw was mainly used to the prey, hold down prey, or otherwise mainly to hold down prey while it's feeding. And of course, Stenonychosaurus, like most troodontids and dromaeosaurs, it was covered in feathers. And troodontids are the closest thing to modern birds. It is, or otherwise, it's the closest theropod dinosaurs to birds. And so that is the feature there. And it has feathers. So it's completely covered in feathers. And Stenonychosaurus would possibly be an omnivore, so it would eat both plants and meat. It's still a debate of whether or not Stenonychosaurus is an omnivore, but what the evidence is pointing to is that it is possibly an omnivore. So it ate both plants and meat. The environment in which Stenonychosaurus lived in, it was a very temperate type of climate, so very seasonal. So you had your typical seasons like spring, summer, fall, and winter. So those were actually the type of seasons it would had, and so there would be warm springs and warm summers, cooler fall and colder winters, and so it did possibly snow, or did probably snow in those type in that type of environment. So it probably so Stenonychosaurus did see snow. There would have been plenty of ferns, cycads, trees, and flowers. Of course, no grass during this kind of time. There would have been plenty of rivers, lakes, and ponds. And of course, you actually have different kinds of animals that lived around that time too, like insects, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, birds, or avian dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and other non avian dinosaurs. So let's talk about the predators and prey, and other types of food that would actually uh, be eating too. So let's talk about the prey in terms of carnivory. It would eat insects. Insects were part of the menu. I did forget to put down amphibians. That's my fault. Should have put down amphibians on here, but it would also eat small reptiles, mainly like say like small lizards. Uh, those types of things. It would also eat mammals. It would have eaten the mammals that were around at that point in time, and of course, it would also eat hatchling dinosaurs. So it would probably have eaten like juvenile, like or not sauropods, juvenile hadrosaurs, juvenile ceratopsians, you know, those sorts of things. Other types of food it would actually eat possibly fruits and some nuts, occasionally some leaves, but it will probably be more likely be eating fruits and nuts if it was an omnivore. But of course, predators. It would also have predators. So Stenonychosaurus was not the top predator during its time. The top predators were the tyrannosaurs, and so the predators that would actually come across was Dromaeosaurus, so the raptor dinosaurs, so to speak. So Dromaeosaurus would probably be competition, but mainly this dinosaur, but Dromaeosaurus could possibly be a predator to Stenonychosaurus, but Stenonychosaurus and Dromaeosaurus are fairly evenly matched, but mainly Dromaeosaurus would probably be eating the juveniles more than anything else of Stenonychosaurus. Juvenile Tyrannosaurus would definitely be the ones that would actually be hunting down Stenonychosaurus. And so juvenile tyrannosaurs would definitely be going after prey of its own type of kind of prey. So it would be going after like very fast moving prey. So some prey like say ornithomimids and some early pachycephalosaurs and some oviraptorids, and but troodontids are not far behind, are pretty much on the menu for juvenile tyrannosaurs, and of course crocodiles. Crocodiles would definitely be around at that point in time, and so it's mainly in the summer months in the rivers and lakes, and so yeah, those would definitely be predators to Stenonychosaurus. And so the extinction of Stenonychosaurus was mostly due to climate change. And so temperatures rose around 75 million years ago, and a slight rise in sea levels. So that started to happen. The Rocky Mountains didn't start forming until around 72 to 70 million years ago. And so that didn't happen yet. So Stenonychosaurus did not uh, witness the Rocky Mountains being formed. But of course, another thing that actually happened was the plants changed. Plants changed, and so instead of Nicosaurus, that probably relied on some of the fruits, nuts, and other plants that it would have possibly eaten for uh, to actually sustain its survival. started to change, and so they could not digest them, and so they actually pretty much died out due to starvation, and then and of course some of the prey disappeared too. And so here's a map of what North America looked like 75 million years ago. And so where I have this red circle, that is where Stenonychosaurus was mostly living in, and basically where the fossils have been found. So basically the southern part of Alberta, and that's where most of the fossils have been found, and that's probably where Stenonychosaurus more likely lived. And so the next episode will be on March 20th, 2025, and I'll be doing a Walking with Beasts review. I have not done this one yet, so it was recommended by a subscriber or a viewer of the channel to suggested to me that I should possibly do a review of Walking with Beasts, and so I will definitely do that. So stay tuned for that. So next week, March 20th, 2025, there'll be the extra episode on the Walking with Beasts review. So I'll be doing the review of Walking with Beasts. I'll talk about like each episode, and also what are some of the accurate things about the animals, what are some inaccurate stuff about the animals, and all that sorts of stuff. And so, yeah, so stay tuned for that. But you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist781@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dinochrist. Like the page, you should put your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messengers are private conversations, so please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And also for YouTubers out there, like the videos, subscribe to the channel according to my analytics. A lot of you guys that are checking out my channel are not subscribed yet, so please feel free to hit the like button, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so, and also share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And like I said before, hit that subscribe button to catch up on the latest videos and also the posts, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can get notified of every video that comes out weekly, and also can get notified about posts, especially the polls that I put out every 3 days. And so the Walking with Dinosaurs polls are almost done, and so I will be posting another Walking with Dinosaur type of poll um, in the next couple of days. And so stay tuned for that, and also interact, so that way you guys can interact with each other in the on those polls as well. And also for you YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section, because I do read them all on the Q&A episode. So all of you that are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube, you guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for those Q&A episodes, so keep up the great work. And also make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.crust.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at dino.crust.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you, and also for younger people out there, that makes sure listening to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you could have a good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now. Now I'll see you guys next time.